The Zephyrian dawn drifted silently through the debris field of what had once been the trading station. Kepler 7. Captain Vexhi's four eyes swept across the tactical display, his chitinous fingers drumming nervously against the command console. 3 days ago, this had been a bustling hub of interspecies commerce. Now it was nothing but twisted metal and frozen atmosphere. "Sensor suite complete, Captain," reported Lieutenant Keshra from her station. "We're detecting one life sign, but the readings are ... unusual." Vexhi's mandibles clicked in curiosity. "Define unusual, Lieutenant." "The biosignature is ... massive, sir. Our sensors are classifying it as an apex predator of unprecedented scale. Threat level Omega." The bridge fell silent. Omega-class predators were legendary creatures so dangerous that entire systems were quarantined to contain them. The Galactic Council's database contained records of only 3 confirmed Omega entities, each capable of devastating entire fleets. Size. "Estimate?" Vexhi asked, though he wasn't sure he wanted to know. "The energy signature suggests something roughly 12 meters in length, Captain. Possibly larger." Science Officer Toranai, a 6-limbed Deltarian, looked up from his console with barely concealed fear. "Captain, with respect, we should retreat and call for a full battle fleet." "Whatever destroyed this station is still here," Vexhi finished. Grimly, "Helm, take us in slowly. All weapon systems online, but do not target unless I give the order. If this thing is responsible for what happened here, we need to understand what we're dealing with." The Zephyrian dawn approached the station's central hub, where their sensors indicated the creature was located. Through the main viewport, they could see massive gashes in the station's hull tiers that looked like they'd been made by enormous claws. Visual contact in 3.2. The image that filled their screen defied all expectations. There, floating in the zero-gravity environment of the station's former cafeteria, was the most peculiar sight any of them had ever witnessed. A bipedal creature roughly 2 meters tall, completely hairless except for the top of its head, was gently cradling what appeared to be a small, furry quadruped. Both creatures were sealed within primitive-looking atmospheric suits. That's it?" Lieutenant Keshra whispered. "That's our Omega-class threat?" The human, for that's what he was, though the crew didn't know it yet, noticed their ship. Marcus Chun had been trapped in the wreckage for 36 hours, surviving on emergency rations and the recycled air of his maintenance suit. His companion, an orange tabby cat named Newton, had somehow managed to stay calm throughout their ordeal. Purring softly against Marcus's chest, Marcus activated his suit's external communicator and began transmitting on standard frequencies. The Zephyrian dawns? Communication officer picked up the signal immediately. "Unknown vessel, this is Marcus Chun, civilian maintenance engineer. Thank God you found us. The station was hit by pirates 3 days ago. Everyone else. They didn't make it to the escape pods in time." Vexhi stared at the transmission in confusion. "Pirates? But our sensors clearly indicate Captain," Toranai interrupted, his voice filled with amazement. "I've been analyzing the biosignatures more carefully. The larger reading, it's not coming from the bipedal creature. It's coming from the small one. That's impossible. It's barely the size of a grooming drone. Sir, I'm detecting quantum fluctuations around the smaller creature. It's purring at a frequency that's creating micro-distortions in space-time. Our sensors are interpreting these fluctuations as the signature of something massive." The crew watched in fascination as Marcus gently stroked Newton's fur through his gloves. The cat's contentment was literally warping reality around them on a quantum level of phenomenon completely unknown to galactic science. "There's more, Captain," Keshra added, running additional scans. "The larger creature, the biped, it's showing signs of an extraordinary symbiotic relationship with the smaller one. Its stress hormones drop dramatically when in contact with the feline entity. It's as if the smaller creature has evolved specifically to regulate the larger one's emotional state." Marcus's voice crackled through the come again. Look, I don't know what kind of sensors you're running, but Newton and I have been through enough. Can you give us a lift to the nearest inhabited system? I'll work to pay for passage. Captain Vexhai found himself in uncharted territory. According to every protocol, they should be preparing to face a creature capable of destroying their ship. Instead, they were looking at what appeared to be a stranded maintenance worker and his pet. Mr. Chun, Vexhai transmitted back. We are Captain Vexhai of the Galactic Survey Corps. We're reading some unusual energy signatures from your location. The small creature with you... What exactly is it? Marcus looked down at Newton, who had begun to purr louder, the sound somehow carrying through the vacuum of space to resonate in the Zephyrian Dawn's hull. This is Newton. He's my cat. Found him as a kitten in the ventilation systems of my first posting. We've been together for 6 years now. He's special. Cats have this ability to remain calm in situations that would terrify most species. They're natural hunters, perfectly designed predators, but they've chosen to live alongside humans. It's like having a tiny apex predator that loves you unconditionally. The bridge crew exchanged glances. The human spoke of the creature as if it were simultaneously the most dangerous and most benevolent thing in the universe. Their sensors, agreed Newton, registered as both Omega-class threat and perfect companion. Permission to come aboard? Marcus asked. I promise Newton won't cause any trouble. He's very well behaved for a quantum-purring miniature apex predator. Vexhai looked around at his crew. They were explorers, scientists, seekers of the unknown. And here before them was perhaps the most fascinating discovery in galactic history. A species that had managed to domesticate cosmic-level predators and carry them around as emotional support companions. Permission granted, Mr. Chun. Docking. Bay 3? And Mr. Chun? Yes, Captain. Welcome aboard. We're very interested in learning more about your... Newton. As the Zephyrian Dawn extended its docking tube, Marcus gently adjusted Newton in his arms. The cat looked up at him with bright green eyes and meowed once, a sound that registered on their sensors as a controlled antimatter explosion. Don't worry, buddy, Marcus whispered. I think we're going to fit right in with this crew. In the depths of space, the purring continued, reshaping reality one quantum vibration at a time.